Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning. It's after the new year, and here we go, right into the new year. I hope you've had a wonderful start. Welcome back to Cat on Point. Okay, so coming from the holidays, where there was just like copious amounts of sweets and goodies available, cookies and things like that, there's always some sort of fudge. The neighbor gave us fudge, like we just always had something available, and a little snack here and a little snack there happens. Now, you may be willing to just go ahead and make the switch and change everything up, which is amazing and wonderful. If you're like me, your body has kind of become adjusted to having a little sweet once in a while, having a little something after a meal or something, and maybe it doesn't really quite want to give that. What I thought was it would be smart, I thought, to make some sort of treats and have them available for myself so that I could have kind of like a little more of a segue, and I wouldn't feel like I'm deprived, and I want sticking power throughout this new year, and I think that preparing for that in this way would really help a lot. So I thought, well, let me replace cookies and things like that with another type of a sweeter cookie that has more nutritional value and that offers me more than something that I had during the holidays. So I went looking through my cookbooks and I found a sweet little recipe that is 3 points per each cookie, which is a nice good size, makes a nice tea cookie or something after a meal, and it has a lot of nutrition. It's really filling and tastes really good. And I checked it out on the kids, checked it out on my honey, everybody loves it. So I thought I would share that with you here, and I keep them in the fridge, and I just pop them out after a meal or something. Everybody has one, and we are just good to go. So I hope you enjoy. All right, first, preheat your oven to 350. I'm going to be pointing at things, talking about other things. Don't let that bother you. 1/3 cup of unsweetened applesauce is what we're using. 1/4 cup of almond butter. I use the kind that doesn't have any sugar added. 1/2 cup of dry sweetener. I'm using erythritol. This is the kind that I'm using. We're going to be using 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 3/4 cups of oat flour, and I made mine in the blender using rolled oats. I'm also using 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of rolled oats, and then 1/2 cup of finely chopped walnuts. And I'm using, I also had to get some flaxseed meal, 1 tablespoon of that. Now I'm using jam to put on top, and this is the kind with no sugar added. This is the best tasting sugar-free jam that I've ever found. All right, so in a large bowl, you're going to mix the almond butter, unsweetened applesauce, sweetener, and the flaxseed meal. And you're just going to take a fork, and all you need to do is just kind of like mix it up with the fork. It mixes up really well. And then add your vanilla in, get that mixed up really well. And now we're going to add the dry ingredients. So I've got them both here together, and then I'm just going to add that in all at once. I really probably should have sifted that together. But anyway, now I'm going to, and once I get that mixed up good, I'm going to add in the rolled oats, the extra ones, and then the walnuts. And I'm going to take this tablespoon right here. I'm going to measure out 2 tablespoons, make a ball, and then bring it over here, and I'm going to push my knuckle in it. You can push your thumb if you want, but my knuckle works really well. I'm using some parchment paper on a cookie sheet, and that will keep it from sticking. And so I'm going to be measuring out about 18 of them, and I put 1/2 teaspoon of the jam in each little print. They look exactly like they look when they go in. This is them done. These are done. And so don't move them or touch them until they're completely cool, and they're awesome. All right, that recipe came out of my vast recipe collection. This is from the Forks Over Knives, the cookbook. This is a plant-based cookbook, and they have a lot of really wonderful recipes that don't have a lot of fat in them in here. All right, so in the evening last night we went to Olive Garden, and if you're wondering what to get there, a really good choice is maybe 1 breadstick. Pasta fajoule was great, and the grilled herb salmon is a wonderful choice with broccoli. Next morning, got all my exercise in, and then for breakfast, honey and I had 3 egg whites, 1 egg, and steel cut oats with a tablespoon of chia seeds, some almond milk, 1 cut up Granny Smith apple, and a tablespoon of chopped golden raisins. And that was really good. I actually sweetened it with skinny syrup. And lunchtime came around, I had some of my honey's chicken bone broth with veggies and 2 tablespoons of hummus and steamed veggies in a flax wrap. And then I had this zero Dr. Pepper. And I also had 1 cup of this truffle salt, a delicious gourmet popcorn. It was really wonderful for 1 point. And then after that, I had 1 cup of almond milk and one of those delicious cookies. Okay, so I made up a week ahead of time of meals and I had a menu. But last night it kind of took us, kind of by surprise. We had a lot of stuff to do. My chicken was still frozen, so I really didn't prepare for it like I should have. And the kids had to go to a meeting with Dad, so we kind of had to, do these fly by the pants dinner plans. And so for me, that little simple egg avocado, little cheese and keto toast, that works for me. I know that that's one of the meals that I can fall back on if I get into this kind of a pickle. And I think it's really important to have a few meals like that where we are satiated and we really enjoy, but we know that it's going to keep us within the points. And if we have to fall back, we can just pull one of those meals out and toss it together. That's really going to be important. Now, another good tip, if you are out and about and you get into a pickle, say maybe you are, returning some gifts, or you're out there paying bills, or you're out there and you're doing your errands and you get caught in a pickle. This happens to us a lot. I think because when you have kids and the kids are with you, kids tend to get hungry at times. That pushes you into having to grab something to eat when you didn't think that you would. And so what we do is we make sure that there are places that we know that I know I can go and stay on point with. I know what I can get at Chick-fil-A. I know what I can get at Olive Garden. I know what I can get at In-N-Out. That's going to keep me on point. And I have some favorites. Chick-fil-A is one of my favorites because you can get a lot of protein there that's 0 points. Their grilled chicken is 0. It's absolutely amazing. Twice now, though, I've ordered the larger grilled chicken nuggets. And when I leave, I find out that they put the fried and breaded ones in there. So you really need to, I feel like at this point, my advice would be to check it before you pull away so that you don't get caught with that. But they have a really good option with their grilled chicken, and you can pair that with a salad, a simple salad there. So pick a few places. We used to know someone who was married to a dietitian, and he needed to lose some weight. And so in order to help her husband, what she did was she put a binder together, and in the binder she had listed his favorite eatery places to eat out because while he was working he would tend to go out and get things from these places. But what she did was she had highlighted on those pages that she put in the binder the things that were the best for choices for him to get at those places. And I thought that was really a brilliant idea. I think I might do that so that and just keep it in the car. That way you have a resource that you can go to and know exactly what you can get there, and don't fiddle around and look at all of the other things that are going to tempt you. Just go to, one of those choices and make sure that there are things that you like. So I think I might do that. Usually I keep it all up in my head and I have those choices already up here, and I stay pretty basic, but it would be kind of a fun thing to just kind of go through different places and see what they offer and put it together, kind of your own eat this not that version. Anyway, I just wanted to pass on those tips to you today if they help at all to get you into this new year. Love you guys a lot, and if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be a fun, wonderful year, and we are going to come out victorious. I got to get downstairs and get my workout on. I will see you guys later. Bye.